Alright, so this week I thought I'd show you how we can take a graphic like this one right here and put it on this brick wall and make it seem as though it's a really grungy old mural that was painted on this wall using a few simple techniques. So the first thing I'm going to do, even before I bring this image in here, since I know I'm going to be bringing an image in here and displacing it, I'm going to go ahead and create a displacement map. I'm going to do that by going to Image to Duplicate. And we'll duplicate this entire brick wall image. And I'm going to go ahead and convert it to grayscale. And I'm not really concerned how good of a grayscale it's going to be. It's simply going to be a displacement map. So I'm just simply going to go under Mode, Grayscale. And remove the color information. Yes, there we go. Now, go under Save As. And we'll just save this to the desktop. And we'll just call it Disp1. And save it as a Photoshop document on the desktop. There we go. I'm going to close that. Now we're back in our original image. Now, I'm going to go back to this graphic that we're going to put on the wall here. I'm just going to hold down my Shift key and drag and drop it into my new layer. Holding down the Shift key drops it right into the center of my document. So now I no longer need this document, and we'll just remove it like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and displace this graphic so it actually takes on the shape of the brick wall. So with that layer active, I'm going to go under Filter, Distort, Displace. And I'm going to leave my horizontal and vertical scale to 5 because I don't want it to really distort that much. Just enough so it kind of conforms to the formation of the bricks here. And when I hit OK, it'll give me this open dialog, and we'll go and find that image we just created, which is this, there it is right there. And simply hit open, and you can see that the graphic will go ahead and distort based on that displacement map. Now, I'm going to load that layer as a selection by pressing my Command key and then clicking on the layer icon. You can see it turns into a little selection icon there. Load that as a selection. Activate that background brick wall layer. And I'm going to press Command J, and that will copy that area of that selection to its own layer. And I'm just going to drag that right above my graphic. And because it's the same brick layer, it seems to disappear. It's just sitting on top of it because it blends in. Now I'm going to remove the color information from this layer by pressing Shift Command or Shift Control U. And that will kind of give me a grayscale look about it. Now, I'm going to change this layer's blending mode to hard light. And boom, right away you start to see that it is in fact blending in with that wall, and it looks pretty good. If I wanted to adjust the intensity of this layer that I've changed the blending mode on, I can either drop the opacity a little bit, which will give it a more subtle effect, or I can bring up my levels by pressing Command or Control L and then adjusting the contrast of that layer. Because it's a grayscale, because we removed the color information, the levels will affect the lightness and darkness of it, intensifying or lessening the effect altogether. So there it is, basically, how to take a simple graphic and really give it a few treatments to really give it the effect that it is in fact on this brick wall and has a really grungy, aged look about it. And you can see there's our original graphic. There's the graphic distorted. There's the texture layer above it. The beauty of it is they're all separated by layers, so we can go back and edit them, change them, adjust them to what we need to do. So there you have it. Texturizing a wall.